Hello guys, welcome to Survival Russia and welcome to the Pink Troll. She's with us today. And today is the first series of my, first part of the series of my military gear or military equipment for the Outdoorsman. So I want to do this series on military equipment because there's a lot of money to be saved if you know where to look and what to look for. And today is going to be about clothes, a little bit about the rain covers as well. I'm going to do a special on backpacks and on sleeping bags at some point. I actually learned a lot about sleeping bags and backpacks. And I learned something about backpacks recently, but that's going to be for later. Okay, so the first clue to find good military equipment is to look for Scandinavian and German equipment actually. But especially Scandinavian equipment is pretty awesome because think, you know, the Finnish, the Norwegians, the Swedes, the Danes, they were outside a lot. I think that what's best rigged for the outdoorsman, those kind of clothes, so to speak. And you have to look for the old school clothes from the 40s, 1940s up to the 1970s. Even some reproductions are good. So at one point in time, most armies used tent halves of some kind. This is a triangular tent half. It can be used as a poncho, it can be used as a ground sheet and all sorts of stuff, right? Normally they're used for two soldiers, buttoning them together, and you can make a small two-man tent out of it. You can make a makeshift, shelter from them for one guy as well, of course. Their strength really lies in that they are canvas, they are heavy duty. This is an Austrian army, the Bundesheer Zeltbahn. And you can see it has a different camo on the inside here. But basically the Norwegians, the Hungarians, the Poles, the Swedes, everybody used the triangular tent halves, and you can find them. They are getting increasingly more expensive, and these are really difficult to find actually. But they're also very good, but that is something to look for because they will last a long time. In the army we had the nylon rubberized thingies, you know, that can also be turned into a poncho and all sorts of stuff. But they weigh basically the same and they're not really durable. We would just waste them and use them, whatnot, go to the depot and get 5 new ones, right? That doesn't happen with these ones. So these are very suitable for an outdoorsman that goes out a lot, or maybe not even a lot, but it will last for a long time. As I said, where you really can find the good bargains is the equipment from the 40s to the 70s, this old stuff, you know. And one time I was talking about it, there was one guy saying, yeah, that might be okay, but what about for the younger generations? I mean, if you're worried about what you look like in the forest and so on, then you should not watch this video and go somewhere else because it doesn't matter what you look like, you want functionality, right? Here's a very good example of very, very low price and functionality. This is a Norwegian army wool sweater. It has the monkey sleeves. Oh, you can put your thumb through here. It's awesome, it's surplus, it's warm, it circulates the air really, really well, right? And I paid 75 Swedish kronor for this. It's less than 10 bucks for a wool sweater. I mean, you cannot beat that. And most army wool sweaters are good, I'll say. If you can find Norwegian, Swedish, Austrian wool sweaters, they're awesome. But I've seen some guys, they're starting to buy up a lot of this stuff here and sell it at horrible prices, because also some of the guys from the airsoft scene and so on are also buying, you know, the tent halves and all this stuff, and they're obviously willing to pay a lot of money for all this stuff. But if with a little studying, or let's call it nerding or something, you can find these items for very good prices. Another good thing is wool trousers. It does not necessarily have to be the Swedish army wool trousers. I mean, it can be Norwegian, most likely the US Army also had some old school feel to wool trousers, but these wool trousers are really, really awesome. I mean, even in minus 10°C, for example, without long johns or anything, they protect from the cold pretty well, but you can still feel the air on your lower legs the air circulating, so to speak, right? In any conditions, you can say staying warm and dry circulation is key. I mean, yeah, for summer use and all this, we know all kinds of combat trousers will generally work, right? But this is a little bit of a different ball game with the wool trousers. Wool trousers are really awesome. And the wool trousers is from a period where soldiers actually spend a lot of time outdoors, not so much like today, you can say. One thing I like specifically about these trousers here is this strap. The strap I can tie tightly around my boots, and if I go through snow or something like that, the trousers will not sit up on my thigh or below my knee, and the boots will be full of snow and so on and so forth. They just stay in place. It's also for a reason that when you go to the classic hunter shops, you know, you can get these knickers, the short wool felt hunting trousers, and they cost an arm and a leg, right? These here I paid less than 250 Swedish kronor for. Many of the wool trousers here, I also seen a lot of Americans and Brits have been buying them up from Sweden and Norway and so on, and they're selling them at crazy prices actually. But they can also still be found. These are really great. 100% wool felt, you cannot beat this. They also work well in warm weather. 1961. These are actually from 1961. They're older than me. And they are perfect. I'm definitely gonna get myself a field jacket at some point when I can find one. As I say, this stuff here is getting increasingly harder to find. So to hit on something completely different, but it's a little bit related to the tent halves here, is for example something like tarps, right? This is a British Basha tarp. I mean, it's a little heavy, it's a little bit less than a kilo or something, 900 grams or something like this. I use my stuff a lot, and I've used this a lot, and it's as good as new. I mean, you can get tarps from 80, $90 euros, 150, $90 euro, blah 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 blah. This I got for 20 pounds. I mean, what more do I need? So what I really want to do with this video is to try and guide you towards some of the military equipment that works. Not all military equipment works. The old school equipment is really awesome for the modern outdoorsman, if you can find the stuff. Socks, all sorts of things. Always good. Swedish Army makes some awesome wool felt insoles for boots and so on, but they're extremely difficult to find also. This stuff is not made anymore. Another thing is of course the Soviet or Russian palatka. This is also like a tent half. It's just a square, it's not a triangle like these. But for me anyway, they're of course cheap because I'm in Russia. But these are also extremely durable. I have a palatka hanging as an engine cover, and it had been out for 6 months all winter long. So here you can see original Soviet issue palatka or tent half from the late 1970s or early 80s. Sheds the rain like a goose. Even on the outside here you can see. This tent half here has been out all winter long for the last 6 months or the past 6 months in close to minus 50 C. It's been minus 47 quite a while here, and still works perfect. Sheds the rain nicely, no problem. Old school is the best school. All the stuff from the 40s and the 70s and so on, which are not made anymore, is awesome for the outdoorsman, and you can save up a lot of money instead of buying all this new equipment. The reason why all this new equipment is being promoted and so on is of course so people can get paid and so on and so forth for promoting it, and businesses can sell more and more stuff, but it's not really needed to buy all this modern stuff. If you know what to look for, and I'm trying to help you to find out what to look for, then the old school stuff is 10 times better. So you can get modern reproductions of these. This is not a reproduction, this is original Austrian army. I can see, I think it's from 83 or something like that. But reproductions, they also work. They're actually more expensive than the original surplus tent halves for some weird reason. So yeah guys, check the links in the description. This was my first attempt to try and steer you away from the commercial market, so what you can say, and back to things that actually works. Because back in the day, the soldiers was actually spending real time in the field, not so much as today, as I just said. So guys, check the links in the description. So share, subscribe, some bells, some like, and all that good stuff. Until next time, get out and train, get it done. And see you next time here in springtime Russia. I'll go inside because out there we have another crazy storm of snow and rain coming. See you guys.